Welcome back to a Etc. Podcast. I'm your host Victor, along with my co-host Mark. How you doing, sir? Look me in the eyes, bro.
Okay, sorry.
Don't be scared. Don't be afraid of
I'm
it.
not scared. Okay.
You keep looking over there. My eyes are over here, Mark.
You're right. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we in a different room. For y'all that haven't noticed, I don't know how you wouldn't, but
just waiting for you to keep going, bro. Looking you in your eyes.
Our normal podcast room is being renovated right now, and it's a little bit of a process. So we just called the audible and went in here instead of giving you guys an online episode. I feel like this is better quality, better process.
So some wet grass behind.
Yeah, got some wet grass behind you. Shout out Virgil Abloh, rest in peace.
Yep.
But yeah, this is our 365th episode, Mark.
Wow.
You can watch an episode of us every day for an entire year.
Look at
we have enough for you.
365.
Disney. ETC. 365.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like should we just keep running the number up, or should we like do like a season 2, like a year 2 or something?
I mean, shit, we could. Yeah.
We're like what?
I think
6 years in?
Yeah, I know it's kind of crazy how it's 6 years, but yet it's just gotten to a year of full episodes. But I mean, it makes sense. But it's just crazy to hear that.
That's 365 weeks.
Exactly. And I'm just like, wow, like it's really been a year of us doing this, like in episodes.
We've done this 365 times.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. To be completely honest, it feels like it's been more though. Like, I don't know why. It feels like
really it's only 365.
Exactly. Like in my head, I feel like we've done this at least over 500 times at this point. Like that's what I'm feeling like right now. But
yeah, probably retakes or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels cool, man. I mean, I feel like we kind of got this down packed, but we just waiting for y'all to catch up. Other news: Eagles play today. Got the whiteboard ready. We're gonna teach y'all something. No, we didn't set that up.
Some game plans.
Yeah, this is our first time. Literally, like the first time we recorded in this building was in this room.
Was it?
Or it might have been the next one over.
I think it was probably in this room.
It was either this one or the one with the records on the wall. That's what
I don't remember that one. I remember this one.
So
and the only time I remember us recording in this one is when we were opening our Pokemon cards.
That too. We used that for this too.
That is the one time I remember we used this room. Other than that, I can't remember that.
But yeah, like literally like pre-COVID, like when we first opened up here, we came here and then COVID hit, so then we didn't come back for a little bit.
Gotcha.
But we came here. I had the Yeti mic in the middle of the table, and we were just kind of talking about how we were going to be in here and how shit was going to be better quality, and we've been following up ever since. So it's pretty fucking dope. In other news, I just realized I need my phone for what I'm about to talk about in a second, and I don't know if that's going to mess that up. Not that you guys could see it anyway, but yeah, anything you want to talk about before I whip out what I got right here for you?
Yeah, pause. I guess for me, for me and other
that was
news,
major pause. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait, whip out. Yesterday, for the first time, I went to my first, I guess, K-pop. So I actually went to
like a hot pot,
yeah. Very interesting. Wouldn't recommend the place I went to. It was like
first I thought you said K-pop, and I was like, oh snap, you into like new jeans and shit now?
No, not yet, probably. But
some of them they be singing in English too, and they
I know.
And some of them be kind of fun.
I think it's just me trying to get
the girl groups.
Yeah, sure.
I mean them too. Who was his name? Jungkook. What's his name? I don't know.
I don't know. See,
BTS.
Yeah, BTS.
I had the BTS meal when I was in Puerto Rico.
What is that from? Like McDonald's or something?
Yeah. It's like, you know, when McDonald's is having like 12 meals at a time.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe in the future. But I went to one. It's like in like South Philly when you get off 95, where the Toys R Us used to be at.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. I know you know where that place is.
Yeah, I used to when I worked at Best Buy. I used to work with somebody who also worked at that Toys R Us, and and this was when like they at first said like Toys R Us is shutting down. And they're like, yo, like they holding my checks, like I ain't paying me in weeks. She was mad as hell, bro. She would tell me every time she come in, I'll ask her like, yo, so what's up with them checks?
Bro, I'm dying. I can't eat. But yeah, it's like right around there. And the place itself looks nice. It's cool. They had like some animes playing on some TVs. I was like, oh shit, this is what's up. But as far as the experience, it could have been a lot better. It was just kind of disorganized because it was my first time, but I went with my brother, a couple other people in my family, my mom. Emily was there. So
what the fuck?
Other news, if y'all can see this.
Yo, I was pulling this up to talk about it, and it all started playing on its own. I don't think I can see it now.
No,
but it saw this. But it saw this better than the other stuff. It saw. I don't know. Continue. I'm sorry.
We'll get to that.
This is why it's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, when you play like anything, right, it's gonna just automatically. It's that's how AirPlay moves.
Let me not open incognito mode. So.
Yeah, it's gonna keep replaying this so y'all can see this while I'm talking about my experience.
I think I gotta open it up all the way. This is awesome though. Continue. I'm trying to like figure this out.
It's time to switch to Verizon. Sadie did, and now she has biplane.
I don't have.
This is not an ad. This is not an ad.
That's enough.
This is not an ad.
I'm not using that anymore. Go ahead.
Exactly what
I'm kidding.
I'm like, yo, bro.
Talk about your K-pop. I'm done being on my phone. Go ahead. Pull in the mic off. Continue.
This has been a terrible experience. I'm not working with this guy anymore. This is what 365 does to him.
I get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. My first time, but my brother and my one other cousin has been to one of them before, at least I guess plenty of times. And they were yo, someone take this mic away from this man. Just have him sit there. And they were saying how when they usually went to a place, they either give you like a piece of paper, because how it works is, have you been to one?
I haven't. I really want to go though.
Yeah.
But you basically like pick your meats and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
and stuff like that. And the place I went to, I don't know if other places are like this, but it's like all you can eat for 2 hours. So it's kind of like, you pick your meats, vegetables.
I'm asking. Did they have that rule where like if you don't finish your food, you gotta like pay extra and shit?
So there was a thing on the bottom where it was like, do not waste food. Like there's a surcharge, I guess, or something like that.
Right.
Like,
so they did have it.
Yeah.
Makes sense, which is a great rule. Like I feel like more places should have that.
Yeah, it makes sense, It should be a little bit though, like of a leeway. Like if there's like 2 or 3 things there, like don't.
Nah, you gotta down it.
Like bro,
there's people in Africa starving.
I get that.
There's people in Korea starving.
1000%. I get that, but it's not my fault if the amount you bring has already reached the point of my stomach that I can eat, unless you give me a to-go box. I mean, that's different.
And I don't think they let you do that either.
Yeah, exactly. So what is
some people be like sneaking it.
Exactly. See, so I ain't gonna lie, my grandma did that.
Really? Oh, she went with you?
Yeah, my grandma. She had some shrimp, and she put some shrimp in a napkin.
You're lying.
Yo, I'm telling you, I got low-key embarrassed, but at the same time, it was like,
yeah, bring Tupperware with you.
Yeah, I know, but it was like
Tupperware, right? Tupperware. Tupper.
Is it Tupper or Tupper?
I think somebody had this discussion before. Tupper is Tupper.
Though. Yeah. Okay. Where was I at? Yeah. I guess they just didn't know how like it was really going to be. But I didn't do the barbecue. I did the hot pot.
What's the difference?
2. So the barbecue
is it like a grill instead of like a
boil?
So it's like a boil.
Yes. So the grill is you get your meat and you actually have to like sit there, watch and cook it. It's like that.
Put the thing
hot
down,
pot,
flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah, the hot pot though is obviously you get like a broth, and that is kind of like if you ever had pho. It's the same situation. You put your meat in there, the meat cooks while it's in the broth, and it's like a plate, kind of like a stove plate. It's in front of you, and under the table there's like a level of like how high you want the heat to go. So it's literally just constantly like heated up, and you can just cook it. So that's what we all did. But yeah, in itself, like I said, it was really good. New experience, love it. Definitely would do it again. Just based off of what my other family was telling me, though, there's like better, I guess, places that have a better experience. Where there was another one they were telling me where you have like tablets, so you can literally just kind of like
like do it like digitally.
How you want, like what you want and everything like that. But yeah, that was really what I did yesterday. It was good though. Definitely recommend it. Definitely want to try it again at a different place, see how that is, and definitely want to try the barbecue version.
I've been trying to get something hooked up for us, and the ads don't force us to have volume.
So yeah, that's about it. Maybe do you want the remote? You could turn the volume down, probably.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's all right. I'm gonna stop messing with it. We'll just talk.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll keep it as a black screen. I thought I could do something here, but like y'all could barely see it anyway on the screen. So I'm done trying to, I'm doing too much for y'all. So. But that's dope. Yeah. I mean, maybe we could try again. Because my thing too was like, I've always had it in my head that you have to go with a big group to that kind of thing, which is why I've never gone. But there are some places where you have like smaller.
Yeah. I've seen people just a date, and they're just literally just doing their thing.
But I didn't know that. I heard about one near like, what's that area called? It's not like Roxborough, but like up in that direction.
I know what you're talking about.
That area, I saw that there was a good one. And then the place we went for my sister's birthday, the downstairs area actually had that set up as well. So I was like, oh, that's dope.
Cool. Yeah, definitely recommend it. I definitely want to try the barbecue portion, like part of it, because I want to see it. The only thing is, like, yesterday I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood to cook, because that's literally what you got to do. You have to watch it and actually, you can literally overcook it or not. But I'm like, nah.
Get it to your preference. Yeah. It's the fun,
That's true. That
seems like kind of a scam, but it's the
exactly.
experience.
It's like, damn, you fucked up all your.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, that's you.
It's like anti-hibachi.
Exactly. You're doing it yourself.
Yeah. It's like self-checkout.
Yeah.
They gonna have next thing gonna have you bring it to yourself. Call it a buffet.
Right. Yo, grab the meat you want. That's it. We're just here to greet you. After that, we don't want to see you.
We say what's up. We bring out the ingredients. You do you. You might as well just do this at home. But hey, if you want to give us your money, go ahead.
Right. You're here already. So yeah, that's really about it. That was the experience. I enjoyed it.
That's dope. It's a good time. Was it expensive?
So it was like 30 per person.
Okay. I mean, when you think about it, there's some places like you'll order $30 worth of food in general.
Yeah.
But if it's $30 per person, all you can eat for 2 hours, like going dumb.
Exactly.
Going stupid.
We definitely like had the guy like 3 times bring up like a bunch of stuff. So
he had to re-up.
Yep. Yeah, enjoyed it.
Did they have dessert?
Did not check that. But I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they had a menu and everything, so I'm pretty sure they did.
Okay.
And they also kind of had like a sauce bar, so like you go and kind of, cause they don't like.
It's like open. That's kind of nasty.
Yeah, I'm not really exactly sure. I didn't really go there, to do anything.
Somebody's like, "Oh, I love barbecue." This Kewpie mayo.
It's like, wow, this is great. And just start spitting.
You got that person.
Yeah, but it was more so like because they don't add any like sauces or anything to their stuff because it's all stuff that you cook yourself.
Right. It's like pre-seasoned, isn't it? Some of the stuff. I saw
Yeah,
some places where or like the broth in the hot pie is like pre-seasoned, right? They put like
so there's different types of ones. There's like spicy ones. I got like miso. There's like sesame like pork. So there's like different types of like broths and stuff like that. So it kind of gives it the flavor from that. But if you wanted any like kind of sauces or anything like that, that's where you would go grab it. And if you they had like a little like plate, so that's why you use it.
Got you.
They also have fruit there too.
Oh, that makes sense. So little palate cleanser. That's dope. Yeah, gotta try it. One of the places I want to do. Yeah. But yeah, this freaking what's his name? Daniel Caval. Speaking of hot pot, freaking Danello Cavalcante.
Gotcha.
You seen this guy? You just saw the video on the screen a second ago.
Saw it on Twitter, and I was like, wow, what kind of like,
Houdini. This might play an ad right now. Just ignore it, guys. I want to show you guys something.
Sadie did, and now she has my plan. The first unlimited plan that lets her choose exactly what
we should have grabbed the remote. It's okay. It's only 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds. We'll get through it. Don't even worry about it. Don't go to Verizon.
It's just so loud.
Oh, no, we're not doing it. The ad ended. Went to play the video. It said it's error. Then I said retry, and it tried to play another ad on me. So you guys at home are gonna have to go look up this video on your own because I'm not doing this today. We'll learn. Maybe we'll be back in here soon. Yeah, and we'll get it. We'll get it better next time. It's our first time in here in a minute.
It's just AirPlay. It's It plays literally anything that is on your screen.
But yeah, Danilo Cavalcante, guy who escaped from a Pennsylvania prison. Yeah. So he also he didn't even start there. My understanding. Oh, it's still doing it.
Oh, well, I got a little glimpse of it. If y'all want to see it, just keep replaying it back.
Yeah. Whoa.
Extreme weather.
No more. CBS no more. I'm going off top. I'm not reading no more articles. We learning, okay? Danilo Cavalcante, if I'm saying his name right. So my understanding, I watched this one guy. He's like from PA. He's a comedian. He also does shows here. But like he's also very big on like current news and like politics. And honestly, a lot of times like he'll be putting me onto stuff that I didn't even know about. Like even way before the fact, he like did this whole rant about when that water outbreak and you got that message on your phone. It was like, go buy water now or you're gonna die. Yeah. He was another big part of that. This joint is dented too. I just realized.
Bro, it's like somebody was like just.
It's like a place for me to put my finger. Maybe it's on purpose. But yeah. So my understanding from what he said in his video, I'm gonna take his video as fact.
This has been bothering me for a while.
I didn't know where that went, to be honest. I just rocked out with it. That was why I was struggling to get it off the stand in the first place. Oh, there you go. How are we doing on time?
17.
17?
18.
Okay. Danelo Cavalcanti. This is
name,
this room is fucking me up. I'm so used to being on the couch in my zone.
Us some break. You gotta give us a little break. It's 365 episodes. We're tired, all right? We're worked in on this.
This room, it's the room. I'm so used to my usual setup. This guy got me off game.
It's the mics, the TV.
So supposedly before he even got to the Pennsylvania State prison that he escaped from, if you're not aware, this man, Mario, climbed his way up a wall, a thin hallway, a little bit smaller than this room, basically. Like he like had his hands and legs up the wall. And he like crawled his way up that way. And great strength and grip and like core strength to even do that one. It's some prison workouts.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're in prison, you got nothing else to do.
Yeah. And he definitely thought that out. Nobody else ever thought of that? I don't know.
I mean,
anyway.
When I looked at that, I was like, I don't really, obviously I'm not there, so I don't know exactly like how many times people would go there, but I'm surprised that's just an open spot above there where you can kind of just go over, you know, it's just so weird.
I mean, if we learned anything from playing A Way Out, is that we're pros at this and it's very easy to get out. What was my character's name?
You going for Jay, didn't it?
Is it Joey?
No, not Joey.
I gotta look this up. I'm sorry. I'm using my phone again.
I can't believe I'm forgetting this. No. Wow. It's like
it's gonna bother you when I say it.
It is, because I know I'm like there.
Leo and Vincent.
Leo. It's not a J. Is it like Russo at the end?
Leo Caruso.
Caruso, there you go.
Leo Caruso. We broke out of prison once, and it seems like you would think that's only stuff you would see in a video game, but clearly this man just pulled it off in real life.
And it seemed so simple. I mean, I don't know what else happened after the fact, like if he had to go through some other stuff, but damn. Like,
I'm sure, he had to bust a couple heads or something.
Wow.
But yeah, supposedly one of the officers from there got fired because of the incident. Because if it's on video, like, isn't there a security guy supposed to be watching that?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that guy probably got let go.
True,
Anyway, supposedly before he got to that prison in the first place, he was actually on the run from murders that he did in Brazil.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I read. I don't know how true that is. The bull told me on TikTok. Could be complete bullshit. So he committed murders in Brazil, was on the run, got caught, and I guess he got caught over here, so he got put in a prison over here. I don't know. Or no, that's a lie. He ran from there. This is what he said. He ran from Brazil, came over here, found a girlfriend, got her pregnant, killed her and the baby, I believe, or something like that. Again, I don't have my stuff in front of me, so this is off top, but this is kind of in the ballpark. Got caught. He's in a Pennsylvania State prison, and then he just broke out, and now he's just been on the run. And like not even been that far away though. Like he's still in PA, at least from the last time we saw him, because he was like at that place like Longwood Gardens or something like that. Haven't you been there?
Yes, but I'm confused because I thought this was a different person. Because I just seen a video because Emily showed me about this thing, and this man got caught by a dog.
He might have got away.
No. The dog's alive. It was this whole like news story that there's this person.
Or maybe he's caught now.
Yeah, I just feel like I might be thinking of somebody else.
Probably.
I was shown a video, and this guy who was obviously, he's another like murderer. Again, I don't know, same person, but murderer, and he was on the run. He went to this place, I guess, somewhere in PA. I can't remember the exact location. And it was this family that has like, you know, kind of like one of those like really big ass backyards, like, you know, open like big ass backyards. And there's like kind of like
acres
forest,
type shit.
Yeah, acres. And there's like a forest more towards the end. Supposedly the dog, they let their dog out, and it was like just going on for like a leisure, just, you know, play or walk, whatever you want to call it, just out and about. And supposedly, I guess eventually it's like saw or heard something and started barking. Next thing you know it, the owners went over there and they found this guy. Again, I don't know if it's the same person, but found him.
But did they like chase after him? Because a lot of people say like if you see him, just like call the police. Like
no, yeah. So yeah, what happened? At least from like the story, I think they asked him like, "Oh, like what are you doing out here?" Because again, it's like their property.
Oh yeah, true.
So he's just like, "What are you doing here?"
Just in general, like it could have been anybody.
Like, what are you doing here? And then I think what the response he gave them was like, "Oh, I'm camping," and it's just like, why are you in my backyard though? It's like
this isn't campgrounds.
Exactly. So that's where it got weird. I don't remember exactly what happened after, but then obviously they called the cops, and from there, like that's when he got caught. And supposedly it was like I think I can't remember what the dog's name was, but it was like, oh, all thanks to the dog, caught this murder or whatever.
Every dog has its day.
Exactly. And it just was like one of those like, oh, Lassie, where's this, kind of like shit you only see in movies.
Boy. Come on, Shiloh.
Yeah, only see you in movies and shit. And they were like saying and making a joke like, oh, like it was a reward for, for capturing or whatever. And they were saying, oh, well, since, I'm gonna just call the dog like Chuck. So like, oh, since Chuck, can't really do anything with the money, we're just gonna go and the owners are just gonna be happily accepting.
I was gonna say, of course, exactly. No duh. What the hell?
They were like, since he's like prefers more like tennis balls and
playing spend the money on some trees, bro. What the hell exactly. Are you talking about? So I thought they were about to say like we're gonna donate him. Like, yo, fuck out of here, it's my dog. Give me the fucking money, bro.
Can you imagine the dog's just sitting there in royalty?
I should have let Bull go. What the fuck
for all this? Should lied.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I have no idea if that's the same person, same story. The person I saw in that story looked different from the person in this. But then you're telling me this whole thing with Longwood, and I could have sworn that was like the same place this guy was at. So I don't know. But I did hear the whole thing where he was in Longwood.
Yeah. So and then they posted on Instagram. They were like, yeah, we got shut down for a little bit. Like they like closed Longwood Gardens for a little bit just because of the situation.
I would have. Yeah, imagine me trying to sniff some daffodils and shit get crazy.
Shing, shing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's scary though. Yeah, but why is it so difficult to catch these people sometimes? Like if they're spotted. And I'm guessing he's not on foot. I'm sure I don't know how he's getting around. But like once you catch word that he's around there, don't you think to like close off some areas and like post up and like
yeah.
But then he's also sneaking by. I feel like I could in my mind I would want to think that I could sneak past, but like
no, yeah, it's probably more difficult than it actually seems. But like I'm pretty sure they have closed stuff off. My thing is like he definitely is going to stand out like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Whether if he still has,
unless he like gets a cut,
but I don't even know how that's even possible. Like that's what
tattoos.
I'm saying. Like that's where it starts to get weird because again, how is he getting a haircut? Is he just cutting his hair off himself with scissors? Maybe, but like you still got the scruff. You still got it's just a lot of things that I feel like can point out that he's definitely not like a regular person walking around. He just is able to take a shower, have food.
And you can't just walk into anywhere. Like say if you walk into a barbershop, right, and you assume like, oh, they don't know who I am.
Exactly.
You could sit there for the whole cut. Bull call the cops, and then you know what I mean.
Yeah, but it's just like also
they act all natural.
Where is he getting money? Like all this stuff. So it's like he has to survive somewhere. There's like a lot of things that I just feel like can like really point out that this guy is a criminal.
Yeah,
like, so that's why. It's
sure, he don't got a phone.
Exactly.
Unless he's robbing more people to get money to get by. I don't know. Shit, wild. I just can't fathom. Like I don't know what that was. I just can't fathom living that kind of life like this. Like, bro, you already made it from. How you end up in Pennsylvania from Brazil? Like,
yeah, that I don't know.
I get it. You gotta leave the country, but why are you gonna choose? I mean, maybe I guess America is a better option for a lot of people. Oh, you can't stay in like South America, I guess, because people your name gonna be everywhere. Yeah. We still good on time.
26.
Okay. All right. Another thing that I want to talk about. Speaking of Brazil, I saw this other video of some girl. She was talking about like, you know how in families you'll have like nicknames and stuff for yourself, or like they'll give you nicknames growing up.
Yes.
And she had mentioned how like in Hispanic families the nicknames are just brutal for no reason. Like they're not even loving.
They're not loving. They sometimes don't even make sense.
They're more disrespect than anything. So she started talking about that in one of her videos, and then a lot of people like in the comments responded with their own nicknames that like they've heard or they've been given growing up, and it was just mad funny to me, and I just want to read some off. But do you have any family nicknames that are like, besides like ones that have to do with your name?
Yeah.
Like things you were called growing up?
Nah, there's nothing I could really think of. Like Marky is like the closest
thing,
and it's literally just
that's just your name. There ain't no disrespect there.
Yeah, there's no disrespect there, and like
most of mine were like about my weight growing up. Like it was just like either just me being skinny. That's all that like surrounded upon. But I was just used to it. I ain't take it as disrespect.
I probably like had some, not like crazy severe, like ones that are like bad, but just ones that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ones that just obviously just probably like my parents or something. But like again, it happened like very so rarely. It's not something that we called like all the time.
Yeah, it was just like flaquito, flacucho, flaco,
something that just happens
shit like
once
that.
in a while, and that's about it.
Or Vic, and then that'd be it. It was either my name or just how skinny I was. But I had a screenshot of a couple, and I thought they were pretty funny, so I'm gonna read them off. And then some of them will make sense, some others won't. This one girl, she said in my the name they gave me is Talibana because I'm half Pakistani because it's Taliban.
That's strong. That's strong, bro.
Another one, somebody said that they nicknamed me Cindy because I knocked out my front teeth, sin dientes.
That's messed up.
So she didn't have any teeth.
Y'all just don't even want to like be supportive about it. You're like, nope, that's your name now.
Another one said that my mom called me ratona because she said she would hear me in the middle of the night eating snacks, but she would never catch me in the act.
That's actually good, though.
Yeah.
I'll take that. You know, you never caught me, so hey, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Another one was called tamborcito because I was round and fat, like a little tambourine.
There you go. Drawing.
He said, this was different. He said my dad calls our neighbor dienton, but he had no teeth. Dienton meaning like he got like big teeth, but he ain't got no teeth.
Wow. Violated him.
Another one. Oh, this girl's actually pretty. It's kind of fucked up. Said I had glasses, braces, and bangs as a kid, so my whole family called me Betty La Fea.
Just hearing Betty, I already know that's messed
Ugly Betty for y'all.
Yeah.
Monolingual people out there.
That's messed up. I just haters.
My grandmom calls her housekeeper La H because, like the letter H in Spanish, she's mute.
That's so drawling. That was probably the worst one. That is definitely probably the worst one.
This one girl, she said mine was sapito because I have no neck. And sapito is like a little frog.
I laugh at like the creativity.
Yeah, like it's so drawn, but like, it's yeah.
I feel like,
but you've heard like other fans like at least for me Hispanic fans, like I'll hear Hispanic fans have fucked up names for the people in their life, or
I just think it's so funny because like
or
Hispanic, at least old Hispanics will have like nothing else better to do, but for some reason coming up with names and
to just be negative at people that you
they're
love.
So good at it. Yeah. I don't understand it. Like
tough skin, Bill's tough skin.
At it. I don't get it.
Somebody said I was chunky and my family would call me Bebe Beluga, as in a beluga whale.
That's like why? Like
I used to be called Chichi because I was a big kid and still was asking to be breastfed. And also ambulancia because I always used to scream like an ambulance.
I mean, that one I would probably be fine with calling my child that if they did that, because that'd be annoying. And I'm like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, you little ambulance.
Exactly. You're like, what?
You're just like fat.
Yeah, fat.
Gordo. You know how many gordos are out there that are just been like that forever? They could have been like a fat baby. Exactly. And they skinny now and they're still gordo.
And it's all because of the grandmom though.
Yeah.
It's the grandmom and grandpa.
It's like, bro, like you fucking up my self-esteem.
They put it there, and then from there on, that's just what it's called. And you're just like, bro, I've lost all the weight possible.
Yeah.
Give me a new name.
I got muscles now, grandma.
It's not fat. Stop it.
Yeah. But I'm assuming we're out of time. We're at like 30 minutes, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get ready to wrap this up. We apologize for me not being on point today because I've just been all over the place, but it's a new atmosphere.
I forgive you.
Thank you. But I had a good time. It was a good episode. We'll be back for 366. Hopefully, have 365 more. And I just touched down my lip. I'm a little sad about that. That's nasty. Yeah, keep showing love. We're making our way out of 1,500 subs. We growing, we pushing, we moving, we doing what we do. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully in the other room. If not, we'll be back in here, and I'll actually get that TV working properly. We'll mute the damn thing, and we'll get things right and popping. Figure out that camera situation, too, so we can actually show you guys the screen properly. Now that I think about it, next time, we didn't have to set it up over here. We'll have this talk off the camera. I'm not doing this right now. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.